Christian now for 8 years, and this morning, for those who don't know me, I'm a part of the worship team and a part of the Next Generation team too, and I will start with my salvation. It'll be very brief, hopefully. It started of 32 years of walking in sin before I actually come face to face with Jesus, and it started with quite a sad beginning, really, of my home life as a child. Parents got divorced, so it's the norm now, I suppose, in society. Then my mother got married again, and obviously a stepfather. And it started really from the age of 9 when my father told me that he wasn't my father. So I think, again, that started a lot of this barrier that I put up, that a lie had been given to me. And from then on, I just assumed everybody was lying to me. So I had a mindset that was wrong. So as I carried on through my journey, becoming a rebel and breaking lots of rules, and it started where I thought I could take control of my life. And in that, I made a lot of decisions that were wrong. I made a lot of mistakes. But in that, I just thought I could cope. And it was me that had to look after self. So in that, I then got into marriage. That was a mistake. Learning through quite a lot of that, domestic violence. Then making a situation for good of being a single parent. I thought I could cope, I can do life, I can sort myself out, I can deal with my problems. But then I got involved again with a messy way of thinking and got married again to a drunk. So that then didn't work out. So I thought, these decisions I'm making are not really good. And I was trying to analyse my life and go, what am I doing wrong? Where am I going? I'm just empty, empty, empty. My life was just empty in itself. Emptying with, I hated myself, I loathed myself. And I thought, how can I be a mother to my children feeling like this? So my sister had become a Christian 8 years into that journey, and I just thought, she's mad. She went to a Pentecostal church, no offence to Pentecostal, but she changed, and I thought, well, I can't cope with her change as well as my change, so I just thought, well, let her get on with it. But in that process, my sister's church was really praying for me and my 2 girls at the time. So in that situation, I didn't realise that she invited me to a wedding, and it was all orchestrated because God said, you know, it orchestrates everything. And I went to a wedding that day, and 2 missionaries from Mirazoni, if I said that right, came to her church, Pat and Barry. And I'll never forget that moment when they came to me, because I didn't really have much family, because I'd isolated everybody because I hated everyone. So I sort of isolated myself. But these people come towards me, and they gave me such love that was like, hold on a minute, my love tank's filling up here. What's going on? I don't like this. This isn't comfortable. So as the day went on, they invited me for a coffee the next day. And I thought, I don't know whether I'll go. I'll just think about it. So I didn't make any arrangements. But that night, something started to stir, and it was then that I thought, no, I'm going to give that a chance. I'm going to go, just if it's just for a cup of coffee. Well, I don't coffee, I drink tea. But so as we got there, me and my daughter, this lovely lady, she then decided to keep my child occupied as I then sat with this man of God. And it was then that moment the penny dropped. When he was going through, I was just offloading all my stuff, because I just thought that's how I dealt with things. And as I was offloading, he turned around and stopped me right in the tracks and said, "You're a sheep." And I went, yeah, okay, I'm a sheep. And you can hear the voice of the shepherd. And I went, okay, this is strange. Right, I'll accept it. Maybe these people on missions, I don't know. So as I was then leaving from that, I took a lot in, but it was those words that kept speaking into my life. And as soon as we then carried on with life went really bad. It was from that journey, from that day, my life went downhill. Completely and utterly. I mean, I couldn't have got any lower with what was going on. So I then was going to take my daughter to nursery for the first day. And I won't go into much details about it because it's not nice. But my salvation went from having a road accident with a pedestrian, got me to a place where I was in a police station having a statement saying, we're accusing you of reckless driving. Now, I had been a good driver. I had no license. I had a license. I did. I had no points on my license, and I had no accidents, no car crashes, nothing, and I'd been driving for a while. So as I thought, I just can't cope with this. I was thinking, I've got this on, I can't do this. This is the lower than the low. And as we was heading towards the date that was given to me for court, that small little voice said, you're a sheep, and you can hear my voice. And I thought, right, okay, day before court, if I can hear your voice, you can hear my voice. And I said, if you can hear me, I will be set free tomorrow, and I will be found not guilty. And I thought, I don't know what I've done here. I don't know what I was speaking to, because I didn't really, but I knew there was a power behind it. So as the day went, I went to court. Prosecutors sort of tried to really lay into me with everything they could. And it was when the chief traffic officer stood up and he said, because I'd not known nothing of what was going on until I got to court, and that process took 8 months. Wow. So as I was standing there, putting my hand on the Bible and swearing on the Bible, going, speak. I know you're going to speak. And as the chief officer stood up, he said, I do not know why we're here this morning. He said, for all the evidence that's been gathered, this lady could not have been doing what you're accusing. And with the evidence, there's no possible way that could have happened. Wow. So in my eyes, this should just be adjourned, and there's nothing we should be actually arguing about and prosecuting for. And I was like, okay, all right, I'll just sweat pouring. All right, Lord. So then it turned around. They gathered all the evidence. The judge turned around and says, not guilty. She's free to go. Because in the confession, the person that walked out in front of me actually admitted 2 days after the accident that it was her fault. And she was looking in her handbag and she didn't see me. But I didn't know that for 8 months. That God literally took me on a journey to just listen to that small voice of being a sheep. Now, as that went on, my day changed, because I walked out that court and I was found free. I was no longer a lost sheep. And I heard his voice. So that day went really, really quick. And I remember at 12 o'clock on the 15th of March, I got down on my knees and I entered in to heaven's glory and gave myself to the Lord. And it just started from there. Of all my mess, God made a message. And everybody's walk of salvation, coming to salvation and being saved, is different. Now, if it wasn't as what God orchestrates for that missionary couple that came and gave me that word, maybe I probably would not be here. But I take and applaud people that listen to the calling and surrender their lives to Jesus, so that you can be a part of each one of their books of life that's in heaven. Awesome. So as I've probably gone over time now, I just want to show you something really, really powerful that really, I thought, wow, Lord, this has just really worked really well with my salvation. And I came across it, and it's very, very powerful, and it applies to all different walks of life. So I just wanted to share a very, very quick clip of the lost sheep.